Hello, everybody, and welcome to the First Friday April edition. I'm doing a little something different today. Normally, I've been doing my First Fridays on Facebook Live, but I've discovered that sometimes you run into issues with the signal not being great, and so I've decided just to pre record this so I can control the quality a little bit better. So today is the April edition, and so it is spring, and so I thought we would talk a little bit about balance and about that body, soul, spirit kind of balance that we need in our lives to really create a feeling of wellness. And that's what we all want to achieve in our life is wellness. And it's such a great tie-in with health insurance because that's the direction that all health insurance has been going in the last few years, is more of an emphasis on wellness. You know that most health insurance policies now do include a lot of preventative type things that you can get as a part of your policy with no cost sharing. So like a flu shot or for a woman, a pap smear or things like that. Certain things, whatever's recommended for you at your age and that sort of thing. So wellness is an appropriate topic, and in the spring it's a wonderful topic to talk about. So the first thing we think about is who we are on the outside, our bodies. And I think about our physical fitness. And in the spring, it seems like, or to me anyway, it's a little easier to get out and enjoy nature and get fresh air and get a little more physical exercise than I normally do. My husband and I like to walk in our neighborhood. It's a very low impact way to get some fitness. A lot of the experts say, and I'm certainly not an expert on fitness, but experts say that you need at least 20 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week to maintain, good health. And that's what we're all looking for, is that wellness. So get out in the fresh air, of course, unless you have those spring allergies, which are affecting me a little bit right now too. But get out and enjoy the air, get some exercise. Also in the spring is a nice time to start thinking about eating lighter and perhaps healthier. We have fresh fruits and vegetables that will start being available. I know right now it's a kind of strawberry season, and so you can get those fresh fruits. And so just watch your supermarket or corner stand for those fresh fruits and vegetables and incorporate more of those into your diet, because all the doctors will tell you they want you to have more fruits and vegetables, right? And so it's very good for us. I really have been trying to do this in my own diet and have started having a smoothie for breakfast. And that seems to have helped me to be able to get in more fruits. And I can even throw some spinach leaves in there and even get some vegetables in. So take this time, springtime, to work on that body portion of your body, soul, spirit balance. Speaking of food, stay tuned to the end because I've got a giveaway that's related to food. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the next thing is our spirit. And so I think of that as sort of who we are on the inside. And so to have a wellness, we really need to have a balance in all of these areas. And so we need to take care of our soul as well. And so again, it's spring. It's a great time to get out, enjoy nature. all the wonderful things that we have available and just enjoy those things around us, the mountains or the lakes or whatever it may be, the flowers that are blooming this time of year, and just let it feed your soul, who you are on the inside. And I have found that I can feed my soul by having quiet time. And now is a great time for me to get out by my pond, watch my goldfish swim around, and I can use that time to feed my soul. Just doing nothing, just sitting there and enjoying life in general. So it's a great time for that. The last portion of the body, soul, and spirit balance is spirit. And so to me, this is who we are that we reflect to the world. And right now, it seems like there's just a lot of negativity in the world. Or is it just me? And so the way that I fight that negativity is that I want to look outward and I want to give back to others. And so there's lots of opportunities for you to do that. Charities abound, and I know there's food pantries, there are educational opportunities, maybe with your local school, or just various charities that you can get involved in. Check with your local church or with your local service organizations and find a way that you can plug in to give back. And this will really feed your spirit and help you to maintain a more positive attitude. Because in these dark, gloomy days of winter, we get so confined and the weather's so dreary, and we start thinking life in general is dreary. And it's a time when a lot of people suffer from depression. And so now's the time to get out, start giving back to your community, and start feeding your spirit part of your balance. So hopefully you will take these few little ideas that I've given you and help create your own body, soul, and spirit balance. And that will lead you to a better fitness as for the total person. I know that for me, the negativity part is really weighs on me because I'm in health insurance. And so right now, there's so much negativity surrounding health insurance and what's going to happen and what's the current state of it and, what's the future going to be. And people ask me, Wanda, what's going to happen with health insurance? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. So all I can say is we don't know right now because legislation was pulled and was not even voted on. The Affordable Care Act is still in place. And a lot of people refer to this as Obamacare, although that's sort of a term that's not very descriptive and it can be confusing and misleading. So the Affordable Care Act is still in place. All of that legislation still applies. So the penalties for not having an individual health insurance policy will still apply for 2017, and that penalty will be due with your taxes in 2018 unless something happens. And so at this point, those things are still in place. And another thing that is still in place are the open enrollment periods. It's surprising to me that the Affordable Care Act has been around this long and people still don't understand that the federal government regulates when you can enroll in individual health insurance. I had a lady call me. She had lost her coverage at work, and she called me interested in getting an individual health insurance policy for her and her husband. And she had waited too long. The government in the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, outlined that you only have 60 days after losing coverage at work or any other kind of coverage, 60 days after losing that coverage, not another ACA policy, because then you're out of luck. But if you've lost a work policy or you've moved or whatever, you only have 60 days to get new coverage. And she had waited too long. It had been about 4 months. And so I explained to her that unfortunately she was going to have to wait until open enrollment to get new coverage, or she was going to have to get a short-term medical policy, which is intended to cover gaps. And she didn't understand. Why can't I enroll now? I don't understand. And that is a part of the Affordable Care Act, and it is federal law that you cannot enroll outside of open enrollment. And we are currently outside of open enrollment. Now, prior to the new year, the former administration made some changes to the upcoming open enrollment period. And so the open enrollment period for this fall will be November 1st until December 15th. That is an extremely short period of time. It's only 6 weeks long, and it does include Thanksgiving week. And so I do not agree at all with this change, because I think it puts unnecessary pressure on not only the public to make this very difficult decision about health insurance, but it also puts a lot of pressure on insurance companies. And of course, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and so for our area, at this point for 2018, we know at this point we only have one carrier that will be on the marketplace, and that is Cigna. Aetna still has one bronze policy that's available in the general market. I don't know if that'll be the case for 2018. We'll have to wait and see. But that's the situation. So the open enrollment period for 2018, unfortunately, has been shortened. And so stay tuned for more information about that as that gets closer. Now, of course, if you are 65 years of age and older and have already retired from work, or you are disabled and now on Medicare, your open enrollment is a different time. So open enrollment for Medicare is October 15th to December 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day. October 15th to December 7th, which is what it has been for quite a while now. So that's a pretty familiar open enrollment period for Medicare that most people are familiar with. So that continues to be the case. Now, if you are new to Medicare, so you're turning 65 sometime in the next few months, or you are new to Part B, which is the doctor portion of Medicare. Maybe you are retiring and you're already over 65, but you're retiring and you're going to need to pick up Medicare. Then you have an open enrollment period that's associated with either your birthday or the date of your retirement and the date you go on Part B. So if you have questions about that, feel free to contact me, and I would love to, give you more information about that. I'm also planning some monthly Medicare 101 seminars that I will hold in this area, and they will be educational only, so no specific plan information or carrier information, and no sales presentation or anything, no obligation, just educational only. And so watch for that for more information about that as well. Okay, so that's all I have for you today on this April edition of First Friday. So, as promised, I do have a giveaway today. I'm very involved in the Chamber of Commerce, and we have a very special event coming up on Monday, which is April the 10th. And that is Taste of Donaldson Hermitage. And so I want to give away 2 tickets to someone in the area. That is a $40 value. It is a great event. You will love it. You get to sample foods from all of the restaurants in the area. And I guarantee you will get more food than you can possibly eat or is good for you. This is definitely not a wellness event, and it will blow your diet, but it's a great event. And so if you're in the area and you would like a couple of free tickets from me, please respond in the box, in the comment section below. And the first person to say, I want the free tickets, I will have those tickets for you available at the door. And I hope you enjoy that very much. So this is Wanda Holt from Holt Health Insurance. And until the May edition of First Friday, I hope you have a great spring, and remember to maintain that wellness balance.